Hi, this is Evo Heyning again, and I just wanted to thank you for all of your support as we are finding our way through healing after COVID. Each of these conversations, research opportunities are a way for us to connect and hopefully share some of what's working for us, but also some of what may be troubling us in these times where life is challenging and difficult. So, my name is Evo Heyning. I know that I have spoken to you a little bit before about my COVID recovery process. I am going to be taking on a series of interviews, but also of experiments in recovery after COVID. I am at the 6-month mark right now. And for so many of us who've been struggling with life after COVID, there are many symptoms that I've been experiencing, and some of them are quite troubling or difficult. So, this is an opportunity for those of you who have questions, those of you who have specific long COVID challenges, those of you who are looking for resources, whether it's medical professionals, scientific studies, those who are exploring ways to improve their own health. We are going to be exploring many different whether it's the research, whether it's opportunities for potentially healing long term. I am currently undergoing a number of different long term studies. And so we're going to talk a little bit about tools like fasting and autophagy. We're going to talk a little bit about vitamins, supplements. I will be sharing with you a little bit of what happened to me when I took too much niacin. How to be more careful about some of the choices you might be making, especially if you are experiencing weakness or headaches or gut problems, weight gain, all of those types of things that might be happening for you. I'm going to be talking a little bit about technology tools as well. We're going to do a little unboxing around these particular tools. So this is the Garmin Heart Strap, this one here. And this is particularly here for tracking HRV. So I've experienced quite a bit of tachycardia. And for those of you who aren't familiar, tachycardia is basically an experience of like a jumping heart rhythm or irregular heart rhythm. So arrhythmia, for example. And this makes it, for me, very challenging to go back to exercise. So I picked up one of these, and we're going to explore a little bit of the data inside of that. For now, all you need to know is that there are a number of these tools that Garmin in particular provides. I also looked at the Apple ecosystem, and there's a few others, but you can see that you can begin to sync things like music and different apps. I'm working with HRV apps right now, so heart rate and health stats, but also things like your notifications and your exercises, your Pilates and your breath work. So all of those things we're going to be exploring as opportunities to recover after a long illness. So I welcome your inquiry and your questions. I also want you to feel free to send me experts that you think would be great interviews, tools that you think are useful for others who are in recovery after COVID. I can say right now, I feel at maybe 65% of my former energy. I find it hard to do long distance walks or extended exercise, for example. And we are seeing this pretty much across the board. Not for everyone recovering from COVID, but for many of us, we are carrying a long-term viral load, and it might be hiding in our cells. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the ways in which people are finding to be able to bust through some of those challenges long term. For me, that's included things like probiotics to reset my gut health and to really address the gut flora and bacterial issues post-COVID as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the stream off for now, but we are going to have a number of interviews coming up over the next few weeks, especially in February and March. I welcome your questions, and I'll show you a little bit of how the heart tracking and the health tracking work inside of these tools as we get going. But for now, if you are a smartwatch user, we've started a Life After COVID group inside the Garmin Connect as well. I have found that I need others to exercise with, and returning to exercise after COVID is extremely difficult. So if you're like me and you just want to be able to, share your steps or be able to encourage each other to try new workouts, I'm going to be trying things on a vibration plate at home and some other new types of workouts to see what's working. So I encourage you to just hit me up, send me your ideas, send me your suggestions, anyone you think I should be talking to, or if you have a great tool for recovery. We're also going to be speaking to some of the folks who are working on convalescent plasma, for example, on support groups. We'll be speaking to medical professionals, but also those who are adjacent to the medical industry and are providing other solutions. That might include things like vitamins and supplements. I've been taking quercetin, NAC. We're going to explore things like small dose niacin versus a niacin flush, and other types of things. And thank you. I just want to honor those of you who are chiming in the comments. We're going to have more opportunities to do Q&A as well with some of these experts. So I want to encourage you to stay in touch. We're going to be doing this series on Fridays for the immediate future, recognizing that there are millions of us who are in this boat. If you look at America, 22 million folks who are recovering from COVID, many of us aren't really talking about our long haul symptoms. And so this is a space for us to do that. So you can hit me up at Light Lodges and at Life After COVID. Obviously, come find me on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and I would love to hear your questions as we get going. I'm going to show you one last thing. I'm really excited about this. So this little doodad is the actual watch, and it has been amazing to just watch my biorhythms. Now, I'm struggling with sleep, diet, and heart rhythm especially, but I also hit things like occasional headaches. And so having a tracking device, whether you're doing it in a tool like Notion or in a notepad that you're sharing with your doctor, or in a smartwatch, in this case, I've put some art on it that I like, so you can see that that's the art from Charlie Gattikin in the Golden Gate Park right now. You can go ahead and really customize these tools so that they're giving you the workouts you need and the training system you need to recover. So I just want to encourage you to reach out. We're going to continue providing this Life After COVID series weekly. And if you have experts that you think we should be featuring, definitely send them my way. Thanks so much. And I want to hear more of your Life After COVID stories. So please reach out to me. I'm Evo, a Playable Agency, also available at Ameration. You are welcome to hit me up on Substack. Or if you're a YouTube subscriber, here's where you can subscribe on YouTube. And thanks a lot for joining us. I will be here live twice a week on Fridays with the Life After COVID series. Thanks a lot.